All right, we're back. And it's my turn again. I get to do a thing. Now I have to work out what thing I want to do. Oops.
You had a whole 7 minutes to think about it.
So... what have we... I think this is adapt and evolve. Like all living beings, trees are driven to survive, making changes and adjusting to their changing environment. Circumstances can make qualities that were once strengths into weaknesses, or turn former weaknesses into the key to success. So, what I want to do is grow across the river with my roots. And make like a... Yeah. Hi, Todd.
That sounds like instead of...
Is that spread and thrive?
That sounds like spread and thrive.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, well, I'm going to do that.
Cool.
I'm going to get all up in Luke's space, in Todd's space.
Yeah, I'm down the bottom of this cliff here.
I know.
I'm safe-ish.
Yeah. And I'm going to
fall over and crush you.
Gonna make a cool... come on, roll 20. While I'm waiting for... There we go. It's very frustrating. Roll 20,
Yeah,
why you like this?
I don't think roll 20 was made to be a painting tool.
Yeah, I think that's the problem.
Major design flaw.
Yeah. Cool. All right, I'm gonna roll my dice now. My 1d20,
Yep.
my 1d2. That's bad. Okay.
It's a small crisis.
Yeah, it's not the worst, but it's still a crisis.
Just a little crisis.
All right. So do I choose or do I roll?
It is up to you. Whatever your heart desires.
I think a blight. I think the Karelas have become too numerous, and they have spread among us, gorging themselves on the pines, and then taking up eaves where they can. So,
They're obnoxious birds.
yeah, it's the birds. Birds. How many do I do?
So you do the number of tails.
Oh, one
you
challenge.
roll.
Right, okay,
So
cool, cool.
Yep, just one.
Yeah, a parasite spreads through the forest, greedily feeding off the trees for its own half-life, which is the birdos.
Dan Birdos,
Yeah.
get off my lawn.
So I really should have done one that I would be good against. That would be clever.
That would have been the wise thing to do.
Actually, I'm already bear, so I'm not. No, actually, that makes me vulnerable. Dang it.
Yep. Because what little you have is already being eaten now.
Yeah, and it also makes me better nesting area.
Yep.
All right, I'm vulnerable to this one.
I'm going to make an argument that between being prolific and producing a lot of fruit, and also being resilient, I am not too badly affected.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
I'm hardy and vigorous.
Yeah,
I think that would.
I think
I think that's going to help you recover.
Yeah. I don't think it makes
Like
you...
if you were quick healing, I think that'd be a stronger argument for it.
Well, no, see, I think quick healing would also make... I think Hardy and Vigorous
actually would also be about
more
recovery.
helpful than quick healing, so...
Also, Damon, can I just say I love the fact that you have the specific color palette for your tree in your character sheet.
Thank you. I was getting sick of like copy pasting it. So for me, I think I'm bear, but I'm also enduring. So
Balance each other out.
yeah, I think it'd be
seems
like a balance thing.
Yep. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna roll my 2, because I set this up poorly for myself.
Yep.
Both happen. Alright. I have to think about...
I'd just like to read out. Adam in chat is killing it. Karela DeVille? Yes, I remember those birds in a fur coat who were bad to all those dogs.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I just... in case
sorry, Ash,
anyone
please,
doesn't know what these
resume.
birds look like, because I think this is an important point. They are little Karelas, which look like... this.
Yeah, not shaped like friends.
Yeah,
They're shaped like enemies.
yeah, they're just...
They're shaped like death.
They're the worst parrots. Like, they're the worst. I love them, but they're the worst. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I definitely gained something like... oh, I know what this is. All right. So... qualities. I want something that is like... because I've already got bear.
Yeah, right? You're like desolate.
What I want, actually, is I'm going to take away something from myself. Wait, that's not me.
I was just thinking now is maybe the time to take stripped.
No, I'm going to lose stubborn, right? And gain feral. Right? And what that looks like, I think, is I'm gonna change my my like drawing, because I think like a lot of the top boughs and things are just like dead and leafless now, but there's all of these like all of these
Desperate little suckers.
yeah, like coming up from the roots and things. So I think that's what's happening.
Nice. Todd?
Yep. No. So I am hard hit by this.
Yep.
So I think I'm gonna gain the scarred trait. Not so much that their feasting has like they're feasting like when they take, because they have sycamores have like these little berry like things that they grow. Like when they take those, like they like rip them out so violently that like when it regrows, it just regrows bark. It doesn't actually regrow the berry part of it.
Yeah.
That's upsetting.
Yeah, Karela's just like ripping shit apart for the fun of it. They're just like, this is great.
They're like people that way.
I mean, yeah. Oh, so deep.
As deep as my well-rooted... Damon?
Let's see what happens. Dang.
Boy, this has been these Karelas are rough.
They are intense.
These shits. Right. So I'm fairly bare already. I think what happens is they just sit on me like wherever they can. Do you think it's feasible for this to result in like the soil at the base of my tree to have become like contaminated by their droppings?
Yes,
Definitely.
that sounds very plausible to me.
So in that case, I wonder if I would pick up something like here's a question. Is sensitive necessarily in opposition to enduring or steadfast?
No, I don't think
Nope.
any of them are in our... Yeah.
Yeah, in the original, I'm gonna talk about the development history of this game for a moment because someone has asked me a question and invited me to do so. Originally, there were strengths and weaknesses, and there were like 2 lists.
Yeah, there's
But
still
so
one mention of
often-
that in the text.
Is there?
Yeah.
Gosh dang it! All right, I'm gonna have to do an edit after this. Moral of the story is that didn't make any sense because so many things could be either depending on the circumstance. So no, sensitive isn't necessarily inherently opposed to either.
I
Okay,
think
cool.
the only 2 that could... No, I guess old and youthful could still coexist.
Yeah, it's youthful, not young.
Yep.
Cool, then I'll pick up sensitive then. Because this bird shit has negatively affected me.
Classic fucking birds. Negatively impacting everyone. And Todd, you finish your project, don't you?
Yes.
So
So-
draw whatever change you want to make to that little cabin.
While Todd's drawing that, I do want to tell a story about a tree.
Okay.
So, back before I transitioned, I used to work at a software consulting firm, and I would go and I would dress up in a suit and tie, and I would wear my bowler hat, and I had a nice big professional-looking beard, very neatly trimmed, and I would go and for a while we were staying in North Adelaide. So I could walk to work through the Botanic Gardens.
Ooh, nice.
And there is a road that goes alongside the Botanic Gardens, where there's a lot of Moreton Bay figs. And at this point in time, because I was I hadn't transitioned, and I was a trans person, and it was fucking me up. I was pretty heavily depressed, and so I was on my way home one night, walking back towards North Adelaide through the Botanic Park or Botanic Gardens, I can't remember which part. And there was a storm blowing up, and it was just getting incredibly windy, and like you could feel like the wetness in the air as it was getting ready to rain. And I was walking along, and I was seeing all these cars moving along, and on the road, and I was seeing these Moreton Bay figs swaying in the breeze, and I just was like, Mountain Bay figs are very good climbing trees. And so I climbed up into a Mountain Bay fig.
Oh my god.
And started throwing, and because there was some there, like growing, I started throwing figs at passing cars. And so, as far as the passing cars could tell, there was a crazy-looking man in a suit and a bowler hat, like, climbed up in the tree that was swaying wildly in the wind, throwing figs at them as they drove past. And the only point at which I decided to get down was the point at which the breeze in the trees was so violent that I nearly fell, and I was like, not today. I got back down and just went home and made myself a cup of tea.
This is so bad.
I have two questions I would like to ask. Number one, how old were you when this happened?
This would have been, I would have been like 25.
Okay, so you've lost the right to call me immature for at least the next 10 months. Second, what was Emily's response to this?
I mean, she only heard about it as a story later.
Yeah, and like, what was she disappointed in you for throwing things at those poor cars?
No, that's something she fully expects from me. like people who know me. Hearts, I don't know what's on at the Botanic Park this weekend. So, but probably not. WOMAD is on. Right. No, I'm not going because it's expensive, but Emily and her dad are going, so that's neat. They always go.
Cool.
It's great. Yeah. Anyway, that was my story about why I like those trees. I have a connection to those trees from that weird story.
I just like cooking with juniper berries. There's no great story here.
I like drinking spirits infused with juniper berries.
I've also heard that, Tom. Alright, so it's my turn, and I am going to spread and thrive. And I think what happens is that the one good thing that these blasted birds have done is they have spread my berries fucking everywhere. But specifically, and pursuant to what is about to happen, over around this lovely little pool where all of these invading pines are. And so some of these, what are my qualities again? Some of these resilient, strong, well-rooted little juniper saplings are now starting to take root around this pool.
Excellent.
And last turn was a crisis, so I don't flip any coins.
Cool. That makes it Todd's turn.
Yep, I think I will also spread and thrive. And I think as I've been destroying this cabin, the winds have also been carrying my seeds that way as well. And there's some sprouting sycamores coming out of the rubble of this cabin.
Nice.
Cool.
I'm really excited for when we decide to have some humans show up and get pissy about their cabin.
Yeah, like they did. The cabin was like unoccupied.
It was like one of those cabins like people stay in when they want to like look at the scenery or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So just one coin.
Just one coin.
All right, no crisis.
Yeah.
No crisis. Nice.
Cool.
All right, Damon.
And then I think it's Damon's turn.
Yeah, I think I'm going to adapt and evolve. So I've been having issues with sort of the water table being sort of sucked up and having issues with contamination at the surface level. So I think I'm going to try and sort of move downwards, get more like deeply rooted.
Mm-hmm.
And this won't bite me when the water table gets contaminated. That won't happen.
No, never.
That is definitely not an option in this game.
So I think I'll rewrite sensitive to deeply rooted, or what's
well rooted?
Well rooted. Yeah.
Sounds legit.
I need the water. I'm very thirsty.
Yep. Now, if you would like to roll two coin.
Hey.
Oof, all right. Now we're getting into like everyone cross your fingers and pray territory. Oh dear. All right, Ash, it is your turn again.
Yeah, she's not here.
What?
Ash has gone to live amongst the tree people.
Oh, she's back.
Or the tree people, as it were.
Yeah.
Welcome back from your tree.
There are spooky noises in my house, and I don't know where they're coming from.
They're coming from the trees, Ash. Just chill. It's all good. They're my friends. It is your turn.
Good, great. All right. I'm gonna do. I think that I think I want to like feel the Earth's pulse. I think something to do with I know what I want to do. I want to feel the sea breeze. And know that we are near to the mouth of the river.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm going to do that just as soon as Roll20 decides to shuffle on. Get its
Maybe we even learn this like via your children, like further down the river.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. What is making noises in my house?
The tree ghost.
It's Andrew. They've admitted to it in chat.
Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. Andrew would definitely scrape a fork along a wash rack or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yep, that sounds like Andrew.
The ceiling lights don't work in my house at the moment, so it's all lit by like moody lamps.
Oh God.
I'm having a very spooky experience.
I'm torn between hoping that you resolve it soon and hoping that it's still really spooky when I get down in winter. It's like maximum aesthetic, right? Like,
I mean, that's the thing, is that Emily and I have both been like, until right now when it suddenly became very spooky, we've both been like, oh no, lamps are nice. Why would we
need lights to light out the house well so we can see there are no ghosts? Why would we need that?
Exactly. How could there be ghosts here? We built this like a few years ago. I'm gonna roll my dice.
Did you check that the ground
Yeah, did you make
had no skeletons in it?
I mean, that's a good point. Like, it's entirely possible.
And that none of the trees that the wood came from had like been hangman trees? There's any number of ways your house could have got haunted, Ash.
Wait, our house is built on the site of an old abattoir,
Oh no.
I think.
I'm a ghost expert, and I rest my case.
I mean, you could have picked up an item that a ghost was attached to. There's plenty of ways you can get ghosts.
How do you know that when I made Emily a copy of my game, I didn't put a ghost in the physical object that I gave her?
I really hope that you're not that kind of asshole. Is the answer.
Maybe it was a friendly ghost, and you guys have ignored it because Emily hasn't played my game yet. Maybe you made the ghost sad. Did you think about that?
Also, we have a crisis on our hands.
Oh, it is a minor crisis. It's a very small-scale crisis. It's fine.
Compared to how bad it could have been.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. All right, Ash, it is your turn to have a fun crisis again. This game is just Ash having a series of crises.
Given that I just told a story about a storm, I feel like that's...
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was... Or if we want to, like have irony punish Damon for that comment about the water table rising. We could have a flood.
No, I think. No, Damon was
storm?
commenting about the problem with like, if the water table becomes corrupted.
I think that one's in a blight, but don't quote me on that. It's in the game somewhere.
I think strong gusts of wind buffet the trees, breaking limbs and threatening to snap trunks.
Uh-oh.
I am hardy.
Todd,
Yes.
have you heard the parable
Yes, I know.
of the willow and the oak tree?
Yes.
Oh.
I suddenly regret that I don't have yielding.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking.
Oh well.
I'm thinking that feral might help me here, in that like most of what I've got is like all the little gnarly bits, not and like the big trunk bits are already dead.
Yeah, I think that sounds legit. Other people?
I'm also
Thoughts?
quite like, and those big trunk bits are bare, so they don't catch a lot of wind. So
Yeah, this is a democracy. Other people, how do we feel?
Yeah.
Also, Ash, what direction is the storm coming from?
it's rolling down from the mountains, I think.
Can we draw a nice little storm cloud?
I'm still trying to draw the beach.
Okay, you concentrate on the beach. We can worry about the storm cloud later. All right, so I don't think. I'm resilient. Is that going to help me not have things snap off? I submit to the panel.
I don't feel like it stops things snapping off. I don't think that's what resilient. Like maybe it doesn't hurt you as much, but I don't think it stops.
It's gonna be normal for me.
Yeah. That's my thought.
So we've ruled that Ash is safe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm normal. Todd, Damon, how we looking?
I feel like I'm fairly safe. I'm bare, so I don't have a lot of leaves and like small branches catching the wind. I feel like enduring steadfast and well-rooted really cover my bases.
Yep.
I
In
think
terms
that's
of
fair.
being fucked up by the wind.
Yep. I think that is a solid argument. Todd.
Yep. I've got hardy, well-rooted, vigorous, and scarred.
Sounds normal to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. I did it.
I did not.
Ooh. So Luke,
Alright,
you get a positive.
Yeah. What am I gonna get? What am I gonna do?
If Bimo were inside, I would think it was Bimo fucking with me, but he's outside.
That's what you think.
The bird is coming from inside the house.
That's right. So I think what happens with battered by incessant winds is that a bunch of the like the lower branches, the like leafiest, like oldest, like twisted most branches do actually get broken off. Which, like, in the manner of a pruning, right? Because I imagine it's like winter when this storm hits.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, in the spring, in the manner of a pruning, like, a bunch of new growth comes in, and it is all, like, a much softer, more yielding, kind of, like, bendy and flexible wood. And so I feel like I'm not only strong, but I'm also flexible.
Nice. Excellent.
So I have become bare, losing a lot of my smaller branches.
I'm sorry, Todd. That sounds rough.
Yep.
Are you okay? Because I would find that unbearable.
Hey.
I'm barely holding on.
Nice. Alright, and that was Ash's turn?
That was my turn.
Now it is my turn, and I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm going to reshape the landscape. And what I'm gonna do is all of my strong little babu junipers are gonna kill those motherfucking pine trees.
That sounds like 3.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
That's a big one.
Yep. All right,
Yep, agreed.
Make it 3. There it is. Cool. That's and now and I'm immediately after crisis, so I don't gotta flip.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to feel the pulse of the earth.
Ooh. It's a beautiful beach, Ash. Just incidentally.
Thank you.
I think carried through that storm cloud that we had a couple seasons ago was the scent of glutens, and on the other side of the mountain, a growing city.
Uh-oh. That is no good at all.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll?
I'd like to use my veto to oppose the presence of people in this. No, I'm joking.
No, you no, I'm not gonna. I was gonna make a joke about like having used your, having given up the right to your veto by asking a question at the inappropriate time in proceedings, but that is very niche.
I have just remembered that we totally didn't talk about red card protocol, but also
we didn't. For
but
this
like,
game.
I genuinely cannot think of a thing that could happen within the space of this game.
That's the reason that I didn't cover it. I was
like unless you really had a lot of feelings about trees, I guess.
Well, I mean, like Emily might have a hard time like watching this episode and seeing you being so angry at pine trees. So
that's true. Emily, if you're out there watching this, I would like to apologize. Normally, I am a friend to all pine trees, but these specific bad invasive pine trees that are endangering my juniper tree, I must protect my juniper. I hope you understand.
Actually, I already did roll for. No, that was my. So no crisis.
No crisis. Yep. Nice. Right, it was Todd's turn, and now it is Damon's turn.
Two was for my resilience against the crisis.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I got confused as well. I was like, wait, did I roll already?
Yep.
Alright, so is it my turn?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Tick down to 2.
Oh, yes, thank you, Todd.
I think I'm going to reshape the landscape.
Ooh.
So I've set my roots really deep, but that's still not enough. And so I'm going to start spreading out, especially under the river.
I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Ash. Is this spread and thrive?
See, I'm not sure, because what I'm envisioning here is me actually beginning to cause a blockage in the river, perhaps?
The river?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, no, yeah, okay. That sounds like reshape the landscape. And that's dope as hell.
What do you feel like that's... How long is it going to take?
I mean, are you trying to stop the river or just, like, change its course a little?
Just getting in the way.
And I guess, like, in that case, I think it's 1. Would be my vote. Todd?
I think 2.
Ash?
Yeah, I think
Deciding vote is yours.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
2 it is.
Oh, and I need to roll.
Yep, if you could flip 2 coins. All right. We have a minor crisis. Just a little one. what kind of crisis would you like to have?
It's been
1 week.
90. Each turn is a decade, right? Approximately.
And the 5 years, a decade, like it's kind of up to us. And in a lot of ways, it's down to what kind of trees we all pick.
Yeah.
Like if everyone is like oak trees and sequoia redwoods, then each turn is probably like 25 fucking years. But like, yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, in any case, it's been a long time since everything's gone up in flames.
Yep. Yay.
I think I'm pretty much immune to this. Hardy, vigorous, scarred, bare.
Depends what kind of fire it is, Todd. Depends what kind of fire.
I think I'm actually vulnerable to this because like most of my growth is like little new growth.
Yeah, so here's the thing. It's been a long time since the last fire. There's been plenty of new stuff growing. The whatever's happening across the mountains, those people haven't been looking after things. So I think this is the sort of fire that goes out of control very quickly and just consumes everything in its path.
Oh dear. So a raging firestorm then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, great.
Good times.
Well, it's just the best.
side,
A raging
that's-
firestorm.
So here's the thing, burning up all that's dry and flammable. I actually think, like, because I'm feral and like but I'm bare, right? But that's not really the part that I'm. But I'm also feral, and like I'm growing in the rivery bit. So I think I'm not as vulnerable as I thought I was.
I think that's true. I don't think you're immune. I don't know.
I don't think I'm immune. No, I just don't think I'm vulnerable.
I honestly can't think of anything that would make you immune to this, and I think like that.
I mean, being like.
I think that's reasonable because that's what fucking bushfires are like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it's just more of a, are you vulnerable?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll mine, because then... Dead to buffer!
Yep. I think I've got nothing that's gonna make me, like, immune to this. But I don't think I'm particularly vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm no longer sprawling.
Yeah, you get trimmed a little.
I get trimmed a lot.
Also, Damon, if you would like to add, like a charred path of ruin to the landscape, you may. Though it's by no means mandatory. But like that could be a cool thing to have on the map.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
We could call it the Scar.
Oh, I like it.
I am now endearing.
I don't think I'm flexible anymore.
Right, you're like baked.
I think all that got cooked out of me. I'm back to just being strong. There's no give left in this old tree.
Is that everyone?
Nice. I think that is, yeah.
Yep.
Then I think it's time for another break. I'm
Sounds good.
gonna go ghost hunting. I'm very spooked. You can
Let's
hear it.
spook.
Alright, we'll be back in a minute, chat. Hopefully.